Welcome to Celestial Zodiac. In this video we're going to talk about eclipses, what they are, why they feel so intense, and why astrologers consider eclipses to be major turning points rather than ordinary new moons and full moons. Unlike normal lunations, eclipses don't just affect your mood for a few days. They often mark events, endings, beginnings, and changes that push your life in a new direction. To understand why eclipses feel so powerful, we need to look at how they form, the role of the lunar nodes, and why eclipse cycles repeat over time. Every eclipse is either a new moon or a full moon. A solar eclipse happens at a new moon and a lunar eclipse happens at a full moon, but not every new moon or full moon becomes an eclipse. An eclipse only happens when the Sun, Moon, and Earth line up near the lunar nodes, which are the points where the moon's orbit crosses the path of the sun. Because of this alignment, eclipses are much stronger than normal lunations. A normal new moon may bring a small beginning and a normal full moon may bring emotional awareness, but eclipses tend to bring events that feel like they were meant to happen, as if something in your life has reached a point where change can no longer be avoided. Solar eclipses are connected to new moons, so they often bring beginnings, new directions, and shifts in identity or purpose. Lunar eclipses are connected to full moons, so they tend to bring endings, realizations, emotional breakthroughs, and situations coming to completion. However, unlike normal new and full moons, eclipses often correspond with real-world events rather than temporary moods. This is why astrologers associate eclipses with life changes, turning points, and moments that move you forward whether you feel ready or not. One of the reasons eclipses feel so significant is because they are tied to the lunar nodes, which in astrology represent your life path. The South Node is connected to the past, habits, and patterns you already know, while the North Node is connected to growth, development, and the direction your life is moving toward. When an eclipse happens, it activates this axis, which is why eclipses often occur at times when something important is shifting. People frequently notice major changes around eclipses, such as meeting someone important, leaving a job, moving to a new place, entering or ending relationships, or changing priorities. It's not that eclipses cause everything to happen, but they tend to occur when your life is already at a point where change is necessary. For an eclipse to happen, the Sun and Moon must be close to the lunar nodes, creating a straight-line alignment between the Sun, Earth, and Moon. In astrology, this alignment connects the Sun, which represents identity, the Moon, which represents emotions, and the nodes, which represent life direction. Because all three are involved at the same time, eclipses can affect both outer events and inner experiences. This is why they often feel more important than ordinary transits or lunations, and why people remember what was happening in their lives during eclipse seasons. Eclipses also follow cycles, which means they don't happen randomly. For about a year and a half at a time, eclipses will occur in the same pair of zodiac signs. After that, the cycle shifts to a different pair of signs and new areas of life become activated. Because eclipses repeat in the same signs for a period of time, they often bring back unfinished situations. You may notice the same type of relationship pattern returning, the same kind of decision coming up again, or the same life theme appearing more than once. This doesn't mean you're stuck. It usually means the lesson connected to that part of your life hasn't fully played out yet. This is one of the main differences between eclipses and ordinary transits. Many transits describe what is happening in the moment, but eclipses tend to describe turning points in longer cycles. The effects of an eclipse can last for months, and sometimes even years, depending on where it falls in your birth chart. Because of this, astrologers pay close attention to eclipse seasons, since they often mark the times when life changes direction, not because something random happened, but because you reached a point where something new needed to begin or something old needed to end. Another thing people often notice is that some eclipses seem to change everything, while others don't seem to affect them at all. This happens because eclipses only have a strong impact when they connect to important points in your birth chart. If an eclipse falls near one of your planets, angles, or the lunar nodes, you are more likely to feel the effects in a noticeable way. If the eclipse happens in a part of the chart that doesn't strongly interact with your natal placements, the influence may be much weaker, or you may see events happening around you rather than directly to you. This is why two people can experience the same eclipse season very differently. One person may go through a major life change while another person barely notices anything at all. In astrology, the power of an eclipse is not just about the eclipse itself, but about how it connects to your individual chart. Another important idea to understand is that eclipses do not happen in isolation. They occur in what astrologers call eclipse seasons. About every 6 months, there is a period of several weeks when multiple eclipses happen close together. During these times, life can feel more unstable, fast-moving, or uncertain, because changes tend to happen more quickly than usual. Eclipse seasons often bring turning points, decisions, or events that push things forward, even if you were not planning for them. This is why astrologers pay attention not just to the day of the eclipse, but to the entire period surrounding it. The effects of an eclipse also do not end the moment the eclipse is over. In astrology, eclipses are considered part of longer cycles, and their influence can unfold over time. Some changes begin weeks before the eclipse, while others may not fully appear until months later. In many cases, the themes of an eclipse can stay active until the next eclipse in the same sign cycle, or until another transit activates the same part of your chart. Because of this, eclipses are often associated with chapters of life rather than single events. They mark periods when something is beginning, ending, or shifting direction, even if the full meaning is not clear right away. In the next video, we'll go deeper into eclipses by looking at how they affect your birth chart, and why some eclipses have a stronger impact on you than others. The sign, the house, and the planets involved can show exactly where these turning points happen, and why certain eclipse seasons seem to change everything while others pass by more quietly. Thank you for watching Celestial Zodiac. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you found this video about eclipses helpful.